Hey guys, Karibo Bros here, and this is the third attempt at filming this deck profile. So the first attempt went quite poorly. Filmed the deck profile, started uploading it to YouTube, then realised I forgot to include the extra deck because I'm a massive idiot. So this is the Relinquished Relinquished and Thousand Eyes deck profile. Obviously, we've got a lot of new cards in the new structure decks, Twisted Nightmares and Match of Millennium. Very much recommend picking them up. We are playing the new skill card Thousand Eyes spell. This is really good, but it is. It can be a pain in the ass at the same time. It's designed very well, this card, or this skill even. So once per turn, you can use one of the two effects, which is you can discard a card from your hand to then either Ritual Summon Relinquished. Basically, this skill card will become Thousand Eyes Restrict. No, Thousand Eyes Ritual. What's the ritual card called? Where are we? Black Illusion Ritual. That's it. So the skill card will become Black Illusion Ritual. By discarding the card to then let you summon Relinquished. However, you can't attack the turn you activate this skill card. It's the same when you use the skill to basically be polymerization, so you can fuse Relinquished with Thousand Eyes Idol. So it's designed, as I say, very well in the fact that you can bring out a very powerful monster in the fact that in the form of Thousand Eyes Restrict, but you then can't attack your opponent, which is a massive pain in the ass. So in the future, I wouldn't be surprised if I do maybe swap this skill out for Fusion Party, which people were playtesting with this deck before we actually got the skills announced, maybe like the week before the decks actually came out. So we'll quickly go into the main deck, playing 21 cards, starting off with 3 copies of Relinquished. I did think 2 was the right number at first, but it comes up quite a lot where you might even discard Relinquished for the skill to summon out Relinquished. And if you're going to summon a Relinquished and then summon a Thousand Eyes in the same game, you're more than likely going to use at least 2 Relinquished, maybe even 3. So you might summon one, it will get destroyed. You'll summon another one again, suck up a monster in the turn after, or even in the same turn, summon out Thousand Eyes. So 3 is needed, and it can occasionally brick. Playing 2 copies of Thousand Eyes Idol. Can make a case for taking this to 1, but you can occasionally get 2,000 Eyes Restrict out in the same game. So it's, as I say, the format's very new at the moment, so we'll see how it goes. But currently playing 2, might take it to 1. Do play the 1 copy of Advanced Ritual Art. So if you do use Advanced Ritual Art, you don't want to only play 1 because then you won't be able to fusion summon Thousand Eyes Restrict. So 2 for now. 3 copies of Sphere Karibo. It's been a staple in this deck since the first set came out. Obviously, you discard it to turn opponent's monster to defense position, and then you can banish this card from the graveyard to use it as ritual fodder. 1 copy of Illusion Faceless Magician. Basically, this card can be summoned from your hand or graveyard whenever Relinquished or Thousand Eyes fusion monster is destroyed on your side of the field. And then when this card leaves the field, you can reborn a Relinquished or a Thousand Eyes Restrict monster. So it works in tandem, and it's just good resource management in the fact that you can always float between the 2 cards. Continue with the monster line, playing 3 Senju with 1,000 hands. We just need to see Relinquished in our hand as quickly as possible, so we need to max out at 3. Playing the 1 copy of Sonic Bird. Play the 1 copy of Sonic Bird because even though the skill, as I say, can be the ritual spell card, it does cause you to neg in the sense that you have to discard a card and you can't attack that turn. Whereas we do play the 1 copy of Advanced Ritual Art and I forgot the name of the card again. Black Illusion Ritual. So we have diversity in the way we can summon out Relinquished, either with the skill or the 2 ritual spell cards, and we get to search them out with this, making it a pseudo second copy of either copy. Sorry, a pseudo second copy of either card. Carrying on, we play 2 copies of Crystal Seer and the 1 copy of Apprentice Magician. So when I was building the deck originally, I thought the deck's just going to get revamped and we'd play cards such as Allure of Darkness and we wouldn't even bother with the old Spellcaster engine. But then I realised banishing our cards is not good. Whereas Crystal Seer and Apprentice Magician can help us float into smaller... Apprentice Magician can float into Crystal Seer, and then Crystal Seer gives us that opportunity to excavate 2 and take 1. I was trying Dark Mimic in the deck where you'll draw 1, but as I say, Crystal Seer is just better because you get the option where you see the top 2 cards of your deck and you get to choose which one everyone is your preferred choice at the time. That's the monster lineup. Moving on to the 2 spell cards. As I say, 1 copy of Advanced Ritual Art and Black Illusion Ritual. Advanced Ritual Art, obviously, we'll just send one of the copies of Thousand Eyes Idol from deck to grave to special summon Relinquished, and it means we don't have to use a monster on board, so we can keep card advantage to a degree. Black Illusion Ritual is the normal spell card, which we can then use to hopefully banish Fear Karibo from grave to summon out Relinquished. 3 traps. 2 copies of Dust Tornado because we don't like back row and we just don't want to have to deal with it if not possible. And the 1 copy of Jar of Avarice because this deck does thing quite a lot. You don't want to lose the deck out, and obviously we can shuffle the needed pieces back into the deck and get a card advantage by drawing 1 onto the extra deck. Not much to say about the extra deck. It's pretty generic, isn't it, really? You just max out on the 3 copies of Thousand Eyes of Strix. There we go. Obviously such a boss monster in other formats of Yu-Gi-Oh! Hopefully it'll be the same again here. And then you just play whatever 3 other cards you want that you're not going to summon. You just flex on your opponent with these. Onto the side deck. I think this deck's biggest weakness is going to be burn and anything that stalls. So to accommodate that, maxing out on 3 copies of Might Beam. The 3rd copy of Dust Tornado. And playing 2 copies of Ready for Intercepting. Now, the Ready for Intercepting choices is mainly just going off what happens at my local. So you'll have loads of people that play with Blue Eyes and Serpent Night Dragon. So obviously Ready for Intercepting. Ready to Intercepting can just book the Lord of D, and it can book any other spellcaster. It can book the ritual summon of your opponent's Relinquished in the mirror match. It's quite versatile, but you could maybe put in 2 copies of Double Cyclone to destroy your own spell and trap card, take your opponent's monsters again, and double suck in the same turn. As I say, the format's brand new, so everyone's like looking at how the decks are going to move forward with this. And that is my own side deck, but it probably will change in the future. Let me know what you think about this deck, or how you think the deck's going to change. As I say, the format's brand new. We've got no actual events going on. We're only playing online, and no one's solved the meta as of yet. So let me know what you think in the comments below, and share your own list so that if anyone's out there who's more competent than me can just net deck, and then we'll all go from there.